Hey everybody, it's Danielle Damianov, and I want to talk about the difference between points and a temporary buy down. So a lot of people, when they're getting a mortgage, they think that if you pay a point, that your interest rate is going to be reduced by a point, and it does not work like that. So 1 point is equal to 1% of the loan amount. So let's just say you have a loan amount of $300,000. And you're going to pay 1 point to buy down your interest rate, okay? 1 point of $300,000 is $3,000, okay? Because 1 point equals 1% of the loan amount. But what 1 point does not do is it does not lower your interest rate by an actual point, okay? So when we're talking about pricing and I'm pricing a loan for somebody, I always give them 3 different options. And I'll say, this is what your interest rate is without any points. This is what your interest rate is if you pay a half of a point. This is what it is if you pay 1 point, and I can go, even more than that. But what people don't understand is sometimes paying 1 point or $3,000 on a $300,000 loan amount is only going to reduce the interest rate by 1/8 of a point, or maybe even a quarter. So it does not mean when you pay 1 point that your rate is going to be reduced by 1 point, okay? So I know it gets a little funky there with the pricing, but when we're talking about buy downs, temporary buy downs, what you're doing is you're temporarily buying down your interest rate by a full point, okay? Now, it might cost you more than $3,000, giving that example, to buy down the interest rate by a point, but you're actually able to buy your interest rate down. So on a 3-2-1 buy down, the first year your interest rate will be 3% lower than where you're starting. The second year, it will be 2% lower. The third year, it will be 1% lower. And then on that fourth year, you're going to go into your normal interest rate payment. At that point, maybe interest rates have come down from where they are today. And we can go ahead and do a refinance for you to get you into a lower rate. A 2-1 buy down is going to be the same as a 3-2-1, only your start rate is going to be 2% lower in year 1, 1% lower in year 2, and then you're going to go into your normal normal interest rate. So if we use 7%, for example, and we're doing a 2-1 buy down in year 1, your rate is at 5. Your interest rate is at 5. In year 2, your interest rate is at 6. And in year 3, you are now going into your normal interest rate and your normal payment. So the way that the pricing works can be a little bit funky, and it's going to be dependent on your actual scenario. So if you are interested in learning more about buy downs, please let me know. This is what a lot of people are using right now, since the rates are, yes, 7.5%. So this is what a lot of people are using to get into homes now and have that lower payment now, with the anticipation that interest rates will be lower by the time they're into their, normal interest rate payment, and we can then go ahead and refinance you. If you have any mortgage questions, I am here. I am your resource. Let me know. I'd love to help. And have a great day. Bye.